So this Oscar thing's kind of a lock, right? I mean, you've already,
I'm winning.
You're winning.
Oh, I'm winning.
Yeah.
You got to figure, because, there's people out there that think Daniel Day-Lewis, but I got to say, honestly, between you and I.
He'd look just as good as he does in those stovepipe pants.
Oh, listen, I could have done that. Was he like Walter, Houston? I could have done that. The thing is, I decided to be much more subtle in my performance, which was to basically play myself. And that's not easy if you're and the work he does is fine, but I really think that I stepped it up.
Yeah, I think so too. Now, the directing and starring in Leatherheads, how did you do that?
But, that's a terrible job. Honest to God, it is the dumbest thing I've ever done, because the whole time you're doing it, you look around at your friends because there is a certain amount of ego that is involved in directing yourself. Because, you and I are doing a scene and we're talking and I go, and cut. And I thought I was very good. Or I was terrible. It's just embarrassing and it's dumb. But it was one of those things where I was, it was a decision I made early on to do, and then I was stuck doing it.
Now, I was going to ask you about new projects, and I know that you're going to be in the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Yes, I've just done that. I've done the voice for that already.
But now, are you worried at all? First it was Sparky the gay dog, and now a fox typecasting?
It could really be over for me, in terms of animals.
Well, a wolf, maybe.
Maybe I could pull that out.
Yeah.
Later in my career, when I'm wolfish.
Can you give us a little of the Mr. Fox voice? Is that
Yes, I can. It sounds exactly like this. Is that bad?
That's good. Yeah. Can we have some Sparky the gay dog?
Sounds exactly like this.
Okay,
that's unfortunate for me, and unfortunate for those guys.
Well, congratulations on your nomination, and we hope you win.
Yes. Well, listen, that's a lie.
I know. I'm just saying that so that people will think that there's a chance that you might not.
Okay. In case I don't, let's try it again. Let's just say, ask me, do you think I'll win?
So, do you think you'll win?
God, Daniel Day-Lewis is really good, and he'll probably win.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. This is such a franchise. Did you ever have any idea when you first did this movie that it was going to be 4 films, maybe more?
No, definitely not. When we started on this movie, it was just like my little brother's favorite video game, and we played together, and I thought, how cool would it be if I could be the girl from Resident Evil for him?
And of course, now the technology has advanced so much that you're able to do so much more.
Well, yeah, definitely the 3D aspect made things definitely closer to home. A kick and somebody's head or somebody's hand, and so we ended up getting punched a lot and kicked a lot, and became very, very real. It's brought it really close to home.
Now, in this film, Alice is experiencing some loneliness, I think.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's wonderful, because for the first time in so long in any of these films, Alice really is able to be part of a team again.
Now, did your daughter come on the set?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We picked the days where all the zombies weren't there, of course, because that's pretty scary. But she comes with me everywhere. She's a real set baby.
Now, this character is it's like you saw a lot of yourself in the character.
Yeah, definitely. I could relate to her big time. I felt very protective of her immediately, and I was kind of like, I didn't know that I could do her justice.
You were a big into theater when you were very young. Did you have high school experience, anything like this at all, or?
I was homeschooled for high school. I was in high school for 1 semester, but while I was there, I did the play, which was Noises Off, which was really fun, and yeah, and I did a lot of theater growing up.
Now, tell me about the new movie that you're doing, The Help.
Yeah, I'm working on it right now.
How's your southern drawl?
I don't know. I'm trying. I gotta go back to Greenwood, Mississippi, and work on it a little bit more.
Now, tell me a bit about what's happening with your character in this film. The
well,
journey
it picks up with Claire has suffered a little bit of amnesia, and it takes time. I think what Paul wanted when he was writing this was really to show a little bit of an arc in Claire, to show her vulnerable side, and really plant that question of who she can trust.
Are there any plans for number 5? Do you know?
No, and you know what? I don't think they planned this one after they finished the third. It's one of those things that I think if it organically comes to be.
Now, you were in a wonderful movie on which you met your husband. Wasn't that the Homo erectus?
Yeah, it was a wonderful time, and sometimes you do things, but they lead to other wonderful things in life, and to get my husband out of that is so unbelievable.
Now, does this compare at all? I mean, can you remember back in high school, were you one of the picked on or the pick-on-ees?
I can't remember. No, I was actually pretty much in the middle. I was pretty low key.
Well, was it more fun for you to be Blue or to be the woodchuck?
Blue.
Yeah.
Blue was more free. You know, I was essentially like naked from the waist up. In fact, I was just in paint.
Give it up for your very own Blue Devil! Blue Devil!
What do you think about the film versus TV? Is it something you want to do more of film?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that's where most people, you know, you do TV as a platform, and whether or not you can utilize it as a platform is another thing. But for me, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I just did a film called Margin Call this past summer, and another one with Stanley Tucci.
Yeah,
and I actually
saw
was
that.
able to interact with them, whereas in this one I didn't. And it had a fantastic cast, and I had a great experience. It was really a learning experience for me. Just, I mean, Kevin Spacey and Paul Bettany, Jeremy Irons, Demi Moore. It's just like, you know, it was a really great time.
Now, what's going on with Gossip Girl?
Season 4, it's bigger, better. We're in Paris. There's a baby. There's a gunshot wound and a brush with death, and I think there's a wedding. I mean, there's a whole lot. I can't be more specific because, you know, they're so sensitive with
They'll
race
shoot
and that
you.
kind of stuff. Yeah. But
Baby love.
there's a lot coming, and I think people will be excited.